Imagine waking to the acrid bite of burning myrrh in a pyramid tomb, the gods themselves inhaling your soul's essence. What if I told you this wasn't myth but the scent that built an empire? How did a single whiff save or doom the pharaohs? Hold that thought as we journey back to the dawn of civilization where aromas weren't mere pleasantries. They were weapons of the divine, keys to eternity, and sparks for the first great powers. Welcome to Scented Secrets, the olfactory chronicles of history. Episode 1. Ancient Scents, the Dawn of Divine Aromas. In the sun-scorched cradle of Mesopotamia, around 3000 BCE, picture the hanging gardens of Babylon, not just lush paradises but sacred laboratories where kings like Sargon of Akkad brewed rose attars from dew-kissed petals. These weren't frivolous luxuries. Roses sacred to the goddess Inanna symbolized love, war, and fertility. A king would anoint a treaty scroll with rose oil, its sweet dewy notes sealing pacts that averted bloodbaths or ignited conquests. Fail to offer the right scent, and the gods might whisper betrayal through the winds, turning allies into enemies. One wrong aroma and an empire teetered on collapsed stakes as high as the ziggurats piercing the sky. From those fertile riverbanks, the scent trails slither south to ancient Egypt where the Nile whispered secrets to the reeds. Enter Kyphi, the world's most enigmatic incense, a 16-ingredient elixir crafted in temple workshops that doubled as the era's first perfume factories. Frankincense at dawn to greet Ra, the sun god, its citrusy pine bite chasing shadows. Myrrh at midday, resinous and balsamic like tears of the earth to honor Osiris, lord of the underworld. And Kyphi at dusk, a symphony of honey wine, raisins, juniper berries, and exotic imports like cinnamon from distant lands. Priests ground these in massive stone mortars, their rhythmic pounding echoing like heartbeats of the cosmos. But Kyphi wasn't just smoke, it was salvation. During embalming rituals around 2600 BCE, artisans slathered it over pharaohs like Tutankhamun, masking the rot of mortality with divine perfume. Imagine the tension in that torchlit chamber, one impure whiff, and the ka, the soul's vital force, might flee forever, dooming the ruler to wander, the duat, the underworld, as a restless shade. Successfully mummified, the pharaoh ascended as a god, his scent trail ensuring pyramids rose not just as tombs but as beacons of eternal power. This olfactory alchemy didn't just preserve flesh, it forged dynasties, binding priests, scribes, and slaves in a fragrant covenant that outlasted floods and invaders. Transitioning eastward to the Indus Valley by 2500 BCE, India unveils sandalwood santalam album, its creamy woody heart revered as the trees of paradise. Hindu texts like the Vedas describe priests carving idols from its bark, infusing them with oils for rituals that invoke Shiva, the destroyer. But here's the drama scarcity bred conflict. Sacred groves were off limits, their harvest reserved for temples, yet ambitious rajas eyed the trade routes to Mesopotamia, smuggling logs under moonlit skies. One such ban in the Mauryan era, around 300 BCE, sparked whispers of rebellion when a king's decree barred commoners from the wood, igniting festivals turned riots. The consequence? Aromatic espionage where scents smuggled in clay jars fueled underground networks, challenging thrones and birthing the first spice rebellions. A single log could topple a dynasty or anoint a new one, the air thick with the peril of forbidden fragrance. Now for the twist, I'll make you lean in power plays and taboos where scents turn sinister. In Mesopotamian palaces, diviners known as barus inhaled temple fumes from cedar and pistachio blends, acting as smell oracles. They'd interpret the curls of smoke swirling like serpents, predicting famines if the aroma hung too heavy, like impending drought, or bounties if it danced light and free. One cuneiform tablet recounts a queen in Ur, weeping at the faint trace of her lost lover's almond oil on a silk veil, the scent evoking ghosts that unraveled her sanity and plunged the court into civil war. Taboos abounded. Inhaling the wrong resin could curse a bloodline, yet wielded right, it summoned victories. And in Egypt's shadowed halls, priests weaponized Kyphi for spiritual warfare, burning it to exorcise demons. From battlefields, the acrid cloud, A shield that turned the tide at Kadesh in 1274 BCE, saving Ramses II from annihilation. Quick quiz! To test your newfound nose, guess which scent Cleopatra VII used to seduce Mark Antony in 41 BCE? Was it jasmine rose or the sultry embrace of Kyphi itself? The answer later, but spoiler, it wafted from sails drenched in perfume, announcing her arrival like a goddess incarnate, sealing an alliance that shook Rome to its core. These ancient aromas didn't vanish, they echo in our world today, bridging millennia with invisible threads. Take Chanel No. 5, launched in 1921. Its aldehydic floral heart draws from Egyptian bouquets. Jasmine rose and ylang-ylang notes echoing Kyphi A's complexity. Without these dawn scents, would the pyramids stand? Consider the what if the Roman Empire crumbling faster without Egyptian myrrh, imports fueling their baths, and rituals or modern aromatherapy tracing back to those temple elixirs, calming minds as they once calmed gods. Fast fact, the global perfume industry, now worth over $50 billion, owes its soul to these rituals, where a whiff wasn't indulgence but innovation. Picture sandalwood's legacy in Ayurvedic pastes, healing wounds that once felled warriors, or Mesopotamian rose waters in diplomatic summits, sealing deals that built the EU. Every spritz you take is a rebellion against oblivion, a nod to ancestors who scented their fates with intention. But what happens when scents turn deadly in the shadows of plague? That stench awaits in episode 2. If this ancient whiff blew your mind, smash that like button to unleash more secrets. Subscribe now for the full olfactory odyssey and drop a comment below. What's your go-to scent for summoning power? Rose for romance, Kyphi for conquest or something welder. Hit the bell, turn on notifications, and share this with a history hound who needs a nasal awakening. Thanks for inhaling the past with me. Until next time, keep sniffing out the truth.